All right. What is going on, guys? Today, as you guys know, well, most of you know, there has been a Google Core update. I think it happened yesterday, and I'm starting to feel it, quote unquote. I mentioned yesterday that I will only make a video when I feel it and when I notice stuff. And yes, I've noticed some movements across sites I'm tracking and sites that we're currently working on. So let's talk about it today. I'm going to show you examples and how I feel about this update. For the next couple minutes, I'll be reporting my numbers from the day before, plus eating some creatine. So if guys can't handle it, I'm sorry. You're going to have to go pound sand. Let's do it up. This thing. Gotta get a workout in today sometime. Here you go. Alrighty, so yesterday we did $26.76 in total revenue. That's down $100 from the day before. We got Amazon at $17.60. You'll notice a small dip, hence why I mentioned some of my sites are impacted, but it's not as detrimental, quote unquote, as some of these previous updates so far. And obviously, I'll keep you guys posted. If it changes even more, I'll talk about it. And then we got the Mediavine at $77 and the adult revenue source coming in at $840. Let's talk about today's episode. All right. So if you guys sign up for the first link in the YouTube description, you can get sent this sheet. I go over this every day. I'm sorry for the plug. Today is episode 274. And if you guys don't mind, as of right now, the only way you can pay your tax today is if you comment Google Core Update for the algo. We'll really appreciate it. And that's just the tax that you have to pay if you appreciate the kind of information I put out on a daily basis. Guys, no one does it like me. Well, that's not true. Julian Goldie definitely does it like me, and he does it better. But, you know, if you just support a smaller creator, you know what I mean? He definitely does it better than me. I'm just here for the memes. Anyways, let's talk about today's episode. So the August core update, the link here. I think what I want to talk about is the wording here. So they say, this latest update takes into account the feedback that we heard from some creators and over the past few months. They're trying to connect people with high quality sites, which includes small and independent sites that are creating useful original content when relevant to user searches. So very interesting wording. I think I can just take away that they're trying to boost smaller sites. So what does this mean? Are they going to reverse swing back from high authority sites back to sites with quote unquote topical authority? Maybe. Is this like a reversal in terms of what kind of sites they rank highly? All this we'll find out in the next couple days or weeks, and it's going to be very interesting to see. So first and foremost, I want to give a huge shout out to Retro Dodo. Brandon, you guys deserve this reversal, but this ain't nothing yet. Like, to go from 12 to 14K a month in traffic in shit, but it's just a single day growth. So that I want to follow them very closely, mostly because I have a hunch that because Brandon visited Google HQ to chat with the Google liaison, that they're putting their finger on this scale in terms of helping him rank up. I'm trying to think. What do you guys think? Do you think they're doing it algorithmically, where they're boosting sites like RetroDodo, sites like HouseFresh, and they're doing it on a, how do I say, a manual basis, or is it algorithmically? Or what they do is they use their Google Rater system. They have like manual people go in and they're like, hey, Google Algo, RetroDodo, HouseFresh, they're considered great sites, train on this and go from there. I don't know. But I think it might be the latter. It might be the mix of manual and algo. That would make more sense to me, but I don't know anything as of now. I'm just purely speculating. And for the people who say, you know, you should speculate, Jackie, it's too early on. Guys, it's fun to speculate, all right? And it's just fun. It's like a nice exercise to think these through and out loud. And I think if you stop that, then what's the point of doing these videos? What's the point of making educated guesses? What's the point of testing, right? But let me throw all of these into ahrefs and we can talk through it as well. All right, so I added a bunch of sites into ahrefs. And so what I'm tracking right now is retrododo.com, site that quote unquote did it well, only hands-on experiences in terms of their ranking, their articles. So they actually play around with each item before they review it. Absolutely decimated. So you can't say that this is a recovery and they're so back just yet. You know what I mean? Because to go from 34K to 39K, it's not good enough, right? It's not at the 500K a month where they were at a year ago. So completely decimated, unrightly so. I even I tweeted it out yesterday. I was like, Brandon, I hope you get your traffic back, even if it's at my detriment, because it just sucks to see. I met Brandon in person, and it just sucks to see people who get clapped when they do everything right. So that gives me no confidence in Google when people like me can bank so hard off a search engine, and for them who do everything right to get clapped. It's just not okay with me. Even if I'd rather have me get clapped nonstop. Like when I get clapped, it's like it makes sense because I'm doing what I'm doing. But when someone's doing it right and they get clapped, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. All right. Next up, I want to follow up on Epic Gardening. The reason for Epic Gardening is the reason why I'm tracking them is because they have a lot of quote unquote EEAT and a ton of external signals because of their social presence. Like, for example, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Pinterest is a bit lower, but yeah, pretty much that's it. And plus they have a e-com side as well. So it's all the right signals that in theory should boost them up, but they actually took a little dip in June, starting June. So I'll be tracking them very closely. And of course, we got HouseFresh, who also got absolutely destroyed. So from a year ago, they were at 52K. Small site though. But the thing is, they tested everything, right? Small site, crushed. But they just went from 1.6K a month traffic to 5.2K overnight. And let's just see the keywords they're ranking for. Best home purifier, number 18, still not good enough for me. If you want to see the SERPs, who's at number 1 as of 4 hours ago? New York Times, Wired, weather.com. Guys, Reddit's still crushing. We're not back until these are clapped, pretty much, is how I feel. Consumer Reports, fine. Super high DR. Yeah. I'm not feeling this until we see that. And also, what I like to track in every update is Forbes Advisor, because should they be able to rank for just about everything? I don't know. What do you guys think? From all the way from insurance to lawyers to VPNs, they rank for it all. And until I see them drop, I don't think Google's doing a great job of fixing the algo, because unless Forbes gets clapped, then all my tactics still works. So I dare them to pay to smack Forbes down, but they won't, because Forbes pays Google a lot of money. If you look at the cost, they spend about $1.3 to $2 million a month on paid search, doing paid arbitrage. So yeah, I don't know. Will Google clap them? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. And just want to do a quick video on this. No questions for today. If you guys have any questions, no questions answered today. If you guys have any questions or comments about this update, drop them in the comment section below. I take inspiration for videos in my comment section. So drop them in. And don't forget, you pay your taxes. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow.